In this video, I want to completely change your relationship with rejection. So instead of avoiding rejection at all costs, instead you're going to start embracing it. Rejection is a completely normal and unavoidable part of being alive and being a man. If you want to be successful in any endeavor, you need to get comfortable with being rejected because no one became successful without having some losses. See, this is what separates successful people from non-successful people, is their ability to handle rejection and keep moving forward. See, if you're someone who's trying to improve your dating life and you get rejected a couple of times and you go, this is I can't handle this, I'm unattractive, I'm unlovable, I'm never going to improve in this part of my life, I'm destined for mediocrity, I'm destined to be alone, then you're never going to succeed. The guys who improve their dating lives are the ones who can handle the rejection, because if you want to improve your dating life, there is a certain amount of luck that is involved in cold approach. You cannot control whether someone's in a relationship. You can't control whether they're married. You can't control whether they're busy that day. You can't control whether they're in the right emotional state that day to have a conversation. You can't control whether they're too shy to talk to you. These are all variables that you have zero control over. So you're going to be rejected. It is inevitable. It is just something you need to deal with. But if you're looking for a woman who complements you perfectly, who's also high quality, you need to get comfortable with the fact that you're going to have to go through a certain amount of volume to meet that woman. And what does that mean? You're going to have to get rejected, probably a lot. And if you're coming from a place with lower levels of social skills or with lower self-esteem, then you're more likely going to have to deal with more rejection than someone who's coming from a place with better social skills and more self-esteem. No matter what you do, you cannot remove luck out of the equation. What you can do is improve your odds of, say, bringing a girl into your life when you meet her, and all those other variables are in place. Say she is emotionally available, she has time to meet you that day, she's in the right emotional state to, say, meet someone that day. Great, amazing. You can improve your odds, and you can do this by following what we teach, by learning advanced communication skills so that you're communicating in a way that is attractive, or raising your self-esteem by following our timeline shifting methods, and by learning a step-by-step framework that is repeatable so you know what to do at any point in any interaction. This will improve your odds and improve them drastically. But even if you master everything we teach, you cannot remove the fact that you are going to be rejected at times. It is inevitable. You need to stop taking rejection so personally. In Don Miguel Ruiz's book, The Four Agreements, he describes the second agreement to live a happy life as never take anything personally. And that's because nothing is personal. Everything that anyone does is a direct reflection of them. And if you stop taking anything personally, this is going to make your life so much more enriched and so much less stressful. That's the way you need to start looking at rejection. Stop taking it personally. Again, the more emotionally affected you are by rejection, the harder this endeavor is going to be, because it is inevitable. So the earlier you become comfortable with the fact that you are going to be rejected, the easier it's going to be to improve your dating life. And how important is it for you to improve your dating life? Potentially, cold approach is going to be the way that you meet your soulmate. And how important is it for you to meet your soulmate? And if you're someone who can't handle a little bit of rejection, that means that your soulmate is going to be getting raw dogged by another man. So get comfortable with rejection, motherfucker. If you're a professional poker player, no matter how good you are, you can't control the cards that you're dealt. And because of this, you cannot remove luck from the equation. However, it's well known in poker that for someone, if they begin to lose, say they have a couple of losses and then they go into a downward spiral in terms of their emotional state, this makes them much more likely to start losing more often, because they're allowing their negative emotional state to affect the way they're playing the game. So now they no longer have access to all of their brain. This exact same phenomena happens to guys who struggle with rejection when you're out meeting girls. Say you get rejected a couple of times, all of a sudden you let it negatively spiral your emotional state, and now because your emotional state is lower, it's going to negatively impact the likelihood of you having a good interaction next. A great test that I do with clients who come to me for me to realize whether this person is going to really struggle or not is how a client's affected by rejection. If they go into an interaction, they come back to me and they're like, oh, she rejected me. And I'm like, okay, why did she reject you? Oh, because I'm ugly, because I'm unattractive, because I'm not rich enough, because I didn't have whatever arbitrary quality it is that I believe that she needed for her to be attracted to me. I know that this person's really going to struggle. This means that they're not looking objectively at the situation. See, if you're looking objectively at a rejection, you're going to come out of it and go, okay, what am I able to improve next time? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? And how can I improve my odds next time I come in contact with a girl like this? Do you notice? Improve my odds, because you can never have a perfect likelihood of having an outcome happen. There are far too many variables when it comes to human interaction. Now, I watched this video recently by, I think it was Jay Waller, and I thought it was great. And he's talking about how him and a group of his buddies created this group chat where they would share all of their worst rejections. They would all try to one-up each other and try to get the worst, most intense rejection. And the person who gets the worst rejection is the guy who, say, they all celebrate. I thought this was great. Often when, say, we're communicating with friends, we're never afraid to share our wins, right? However, our losses are just as great for us in terms of building our character. And if you can create, say, a community like this or a culture like this in terms of celebrating your losses and create this fun, light-hearted culture around rejection, it's going to make it far more easy for you to deal with. If you want to be successful in anything, especially when it comes to your dating life, you have to get comfortable with it. It is unavoidable. So embrace it. Try to one-up all your mates. Try to get the most intense rejection, because the more comfortable you get with it, the more powerful you become, the more free you become, the more opportunities that will present themselves to you in your life, because you become fearless. When rejection and disapproval no longer have any control over you, you are free. Now, that's the side of empowering yourself in terms of allowing rejection to have no control over you. But on the flip side, instead, you can just complain about it. You can go, well, it's unfair. It's unfair that women take no initiative in their dating lives, and they have men come to them, and men have to do all the work, and men have to go out there and do everything and take the action and put themselves in uncomfortable situations and get rejected. And where? So you can complain about it because, yeah, I guess it's a little fucking unfair. But at the same time, how the is complaining about it going to improve your dating life? Sure, it might be unfair. But at the same time, if you choose to not play the game, then you're not going to get what you want. And in the end, what do you prefer? Support your little fragile ego and keep it safe and stay in your comfort zone, or go out there and create amazing connections with the kind of girls you want? 99% of men don't have the mental fortitude to handle being rejected. I mean, that might be a sad thing, but in my view, it's a fantastic thing. If you're the 1% of all men who can handle rejection, it means you have a far higher likelihood of succeeding in whatever endeavor it is that you're trying to achieve. And again, let's look at it in terms of your dating life. If 99% of men are too afraid to go and cold approach a girl, and you're the 1% of guys who is not afraid to go and cold approach a girl, you stand out from 99% of other men. So it can be seen as a bad thing, but in the end, it makes it a great thing. It just means that you need to build some level of emotional fortitude and work on yourself. And yeah, it can be tough. And yeah, it's okay that at times when you're going out approaching women, at times you can feel shitty about it. That's normal, man. You're human. But if you allow being rejected in the past to stop you taking action towards going for what you want in the future, then now you're letting it control your life, and you're giving away your power to improve your circumstances, improve your dating life, and create the kind of connections and the kind of life that you want. So in the end, my friend, there is no way to avoid rejection, so get comfortable with it. Embrace it. Create a culture in your world of celebrating you pushing your comfort zone and dealing with adversity. And I promise you, it will stop having control over your life. Thanks for watching the video, bro, and hopefully it was a useful step in your journey to becoming completely socially free and living the kind of life that you've always wanted. If you want to see more videos by us, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment to help us with the algorithm. If you want to have access to more of our in-depth content that we can't post here on YouTube, then make sure to join our free private Facebook group. The link is in the description below. And if you want to inquire about any of our coaching programs, then also click the link in the description to jump on a free consultation call with one of our team members. Thanks for watching, bro. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.